What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rio87, man. I got my boy Rionyxiel over here. And we're here to do another Studio Ghibli 2017 Studio Fest. I know this is, I know you're probably saying, well, it's 2018 now. They got new ones out. But we wanted to finish it up so that we can actually do a top 5 on it.
And the important thing is, for the, I think it's a Ghibli Fest, I think it's Ghibli Fest, not Miyazaki Fest. Ghibli Fest 2018. A lot of the same movies that are in Ghibli Fest 2017 are coming back 2018.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're reviewing them on here and watching them ourselves independently because 2018 Ghibli Fest is not coming to one of our theaters anywhere near us. So we have to watch them independently, following their schedule. But first, before we do that, we want to finish up the 2017.
Right.
Give our top 5 of the 6 movies they showed.
Yeah.
But first, we have to do that. We have to finish watching them.
Right.
So.
But I think we got one more left.
We have one more left as of recording this video.
Yes. But the one we just saw was Spirited Away, one of Miyazaki's most best. I got other favorites, but definitely his most popular one, I believe.
One of my favorites, as you can tell by my cosplay.
Yes. If you notice, and if you watched his little vlog that we did, he was No Face, and he loved No Face, and he was very popular. He used to have chocolate and try to give it to the kids. No one took. But, yes, man, we just got finished watching Spirited Away, and I have to say, again, this is my, I believe, 30th time watching it.
It's just so calming. There's, unlike a lot of other Miyazaki films, at least the one we did last, which was on my channel, which was My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah. There's more action in this one.
Definitely.
The animation style is a little better, a little more fluid than the other one, because Totoro, there was a good animation style, but it wasn't as fluid.
Right.
So anyway... it was just a really good movie overall. Watching the interactions, the characters, the emotions on their faces, animation style was all really good movie.
Yeah, I definitely again enjoyed myself with this movie. I definitely will always watch this movie if I am bored. If I want to watch another, if I decide to choose a Miyazaki movie, definitely would be this one because I just love the story of this.
Yeah. Speaking of story, this follows Chihiro and her parents moving to a new town, undisclosed location, somewhere in Japan. Yeah. She's upset because she has, of course, being a 10-year-old girl, she's leaving her friends from school, and no one likes moving that age because they're leaving her friends, have to make new friends, new school, all that mess. Yeah. So they get to they took a wrong turn and get to a abandoned theme park, and of course the father wants to get out and explore because fathers want to get out and just check stuff out and just the old days. Yeah. They find food, get greedy, start eating, turn into pigs. Apparently, it's a magical place and it's a lot of spirit world stuff. So she gets indebted. She gets forced to work there or die in order to rescue her parents. That's the whole premise of the movie. Is her trying to find a way to rescue her parents after they've been turned into pigs by magic because they eat spirit food. So they're greedy, they're stuck there now, and she has started to save them by talking to the Yababa the witch. Yeah. And there's a whole big story, really good. A lot of different elements going on to it, and a lot of themes as well being played into this movie.
And the food looks amazing in the anime, of course. I get jealous. I'm like, I want to be an anime character just because I just want to eat the food. Because I got jealous.
I'm working make anime food in real life and taste test it or something.
I would love to do that.
It was a couple vlogs like that or something.
There is some type of chicken and some type of...
I'll put a couple pictures.
I'll put pictures of some of the food because this looked amazing. Amazing. I'm telling you, every time I watch this anime, I have to eat Japanese food. I don't know what it is. It's kind of weird. Like I have to eat it because I see that part of the show. It does.
Like the animation style, the old days, like this was back in 2001, I believe. That's not really old, but they use like almost clips or real images for the backgrounds and other things, and the characters themselves are hand drawn because they're more animated.
Right.
So of course the food looks really real, even though they're moving around and stuff like that. But it's static and it looks almost picturesque, whereas the actual characters and the other villains, all that, they're more cartoony because they're moving.
Right.
And because it's picturesque and looks really good, steaming and all that stuff, it just looks appetizing and I don't know how to describe it. Like I said, look at the pictures here; they're amazing.
I'm telling you, you're going to be like your mouth's going to water watching them eat. But
now, also at the same time, there are no bad villains in this movie.
They are not. Like actually, Granny's actually. Well, I mean, she's not really the one at the bathhouse. Okay. The granny at the bathhouse. Baba. Yeah, she. I guess I could say she's not really evil. She's just. Well, to me she is. Because, you're over here stealing people's names. You're kind of, I guess, if you go into
She's
her
a businesswoman.
territory, yeah.
She's a businesswoman.
Business, a lot of business people are evil, in my opinion.
Well, she's trying to run a business. Yeah, she'll kill you, but at the same time, she honors her contracts.
Yep, that's true.
She's money grubbing and greedy, and everyone in the bathhouse is corrupt and greedy, but at the same time, they're not villains. They're just human nature. They're greedy, they're bad, but they're not villainous. They're
more
not
like
evil.
spirits, right? They're more like spirits, right? All of them are spirits.
Most of them, I think, are spirits.
Yeah.
It's a bathhouse for the spirits. So at night, the daytime is their nighttime. The daytime is when they sleep, they clean, and all that stuff. Then nighttime opens up, like right when the sun drops. Spirits from all over the world start coming in, busting in by ship, and spend a night at their day at the bathhouse to get rejuvenated, refreshed. They go back to where they belong. River spirits, a turnip spirit, which is referenced constantly throughout this movie. A big fat turnip thing with nipples. It was really weird.
And then of course your No Face, which is
No-Face is actually a monster. Not really. He was a spirit as well, but he was more like a monster.
But man, he was eating everything.
There was no reference to what he was necessarily, other than a monster.
Right.
He wasn't allowed in. He's very shy.
Yeah.
And because of that, he doesn't know what's going on, so he starts acting like the people around him in the bathhouse.
Right.
They're, of course, all greedy and corrupt and, doing anything for a tip, anything for some money, they're stealing from each other and all this stuff, so he becomes like that. He starts eating them because he's greedy and all that stuff, luring them in, and he's becoming more like them, take on their mannerisms and their personalities, and he becomes even worse and worse. But he himself is not a villain either. He's just trying to act like those around him.
Right.
They call him a monster because of what he becomes, because he has the ability to become something great. Something like amorphous and like a combination of multiple things. He's just taking what they are and making it worse. That's all it is.
Yeah, and he definitely made things worse.
Yeah. When he's not in the bathhouse, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
When he's shy, he stalks people, kind of creepy.
Yeah,
he's standing on bridges watching people. But
No Face don't really talk until he gets into the bathhouse.
That's because he eats that frog that talks.
Yeah.
The frog's the first one he eats, and that's why his voice sounds like that.
Actually, that actually makes sense. I didn't even think of
that.
Oh. You know what? I watched that movie
30 times.
I never thought about that. Like I was like, wait, why all of a sudden he started talking? I always wondered that. Wow, I learned something today. That's crazy. Yababa
is the owner of the bathhouse where her parents got stuck at. They turned to pigs because they ate spirit food that wasn't meant for them. They're just being greedy, so they got turned to pigs for being greedy. Because they're eating a lot of pigs and all that stuff.
I kind of felt like they were being pushed in anyway. Because remember in the beginning of the movie, she felt like the wind was pushing them in.
Well, trying to lure people in. I don't know. She had a whole corral full of pig pens full of pigs. Right. Are those all humans that stumbled in on them and she turned into pigs for eating? Or is she just breed pigs and they just turned a random person into pigs to help consolidate that? Like more breeding stock. Or more food stock. Are those normal pigs or are those human pigs?
It could be spirit. It could be spirit because they could turn into pigs.
They look normal pigs. They look like normal pigs.
Well, they could turn into pigs too. The spirits. Well,
no, they can't turn into pigs. Or I think Yababa turned into pigs. Yeah. Yababa loves turning people and creatures into animals. Yeah. So maybe those are all bad employees who got her anger. So she's turned into a pig to eat them.
Mm.
So it's the whole thing. There's more to this movie, like her baby. Which is a giant 6-foot tall baby.
Which I always wondered, where'd the baby come from? I always wondered that.
Well, she's magical, so I don't think she necessarily needs a father or husband for it, or man for it. So is it a representation of overbearing mothers, maybe?
Probably.
And babying people, so they're not moving the house, because he looks like he's old enough to go out, not look old enough, but he's big, he can talk, he can walk.
Well, at the end of the movie, he could walk. I think he was still crawling because he started to walk. Because she said, "Wow, you're walking. You're standing. You never stood before."
That's because you finally got the house and did something.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean baby his entire life. Yeah, he has the opportunity.
That is true. Yeah, because she babied him from not wanting to go anywhere.
Yeah. He was afraid of germs from being outside the house, so he wouldn't. Yeah. Baba never let him leave his room. So there's a bunch of different themes going on here that are representative of the real world.
Yes.
Which is really interesting.
I mean, one thing I didn't really understand. I've always wondered this.
What's that?
Was the freaking dragon? What's his name again? Oh god, that's Aku. Yeah.
What about him?
It's kind of funny. Like as many times as I watch this movie, I always forget his name and how he got into the spirit world with them and stuff like that. So, but I was like, oh, now I understand. He's a water spirit.
Technically, he's a river spirit.
River spirit.
He's a spirit of the Kalaku River.
Yeah.
And I'd say spoilers, but this movie is 17 years old, so if you haven't seen it yet, Go check it out.
Definitely go check it out. But I kept forgetting about that. I was like, oh, I forgot he was a river spirit that saved Sin or
Chihiro.
Yeah, Chihiro.
Throughout the movie, they reference that they know each other from somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
And he says, I know you from somewhere, I don't know where. He forgot his real name, because that's what the Yababe does. Every being she takes into, as an employee or an assistant or whatever, into the bathhouse, she literally takes their name, and that's how she binds them and forces them to work with her, for her. Which can be seen as evil, but it's the same as signing a contract for going to anywhere else and work in real life.
Right.
I mean, you sign your name away, and you work for them, and then you fired, and you get money, and all this stuff. Anyway, she still treats you fairly until you piss her off. Turn into a pig, I guess. I don't know. But Haku signed his name away because he no longer had a home anymore.
Right.
So he forgot who he was. And as long as you don't know who you are, you can't leave.
You can't leave or nothing like that.
She literally binds your name, makes you forget, and then she holds you there forever. You're stuck there.
Which is sad.
But thankfully, Chihiro, or as her, because Yababa took her name as well, her name was Sen, until she, of course, remembered it and keeps on remembering it, and that's what she knows by, reminded him who he really was. He was the Kaluka River, and he, as a spirit, saved her as she was a baby, or a child as she fell into the river or on the way, was about to drown.
Right.
So that was important. He remembered who he was, and he was able to help her out finally get her parents back.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Just the overall, everything of the movie, it wasn't like a massive battle. It wasn't a massive dramatic fight or anything else. I mean, it was all good, mostly good for her. Especially as the movie progressed on and on, it got better and better for her. And it started off, it was desperate, dark, and she had no hope. As it kept going on, she kept gaining friends, getting more things, going on an adventure.
Gaining more confidence.
Definitely. Which is more symbolic, because when she went in, she was scared and bored. She didn't want to go. And now that she's got out of there, I'm good. I think I can handle it on my own.
I'm ready for whatever now. You know what I'm
saying? It was a good life-building experience for her.
Which is every Miyazaki movie. You learn something from it, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But overall, like I said, one of Miyazaki's greatest films, one of the two Ghibli's greatest films. There's some numbers there, like really good. I think it was like the highest grossing movie. It actually beat Titanic back in those days when it came out, and worldwide. I think it's the 4th greatest movie in 2000 or something. I looked at all the statistics on Wikipedia or on IMDb and stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, this movie is his best movie. To me, actually, I got another movie that's I like better than this one, but this one's still a classic.
Go ahead, tell me.
What? Princess Mononoke.
You heard it.
Princess Mononoke, which we will be watching again. Which,
not this time. We had Castle in the Skies last time.
Yeah, Castle in the Skies, the last one we're going to watch, but I think Princess Mononoke is actually 2018.
Yes, it is.
Which I am definitely going to be...
So look forward to that in the coming months.
I cannot wait for that. But yes, even though this movie is great, don't get me wrong, I love this movie, but okay, but I don't want to get off on. But yeah, anyway, let us know in the comment section below if you saw this movie or you remember watching this movie. Also, check out our other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Check out what I do. I do again, movie reviews with him, trailer reactions, anime reviews, Babino's Treasures, and so forth and vlogs. Check out this guy right here. This guy right over here, he does the same thing I do on Rionyxiel, which will be in the description below. He does the same thing I do, you know, trailer reactions, movie reviews,
yes,
so forth.
Blogs every now and then, so it's all good.
And also check out Fearbot Gaming. We play games on there. He's been playing. What you been playing?
As of now, I don't really know. The Forest, which just got released. I think it's out of beta or something, or alpha. So it's a good horror game going on. I'm trying to get him to play Welcome to the Game 2. It's a big horror game about hacking and dark web. So anyway, go check out a lot of good stuff, and we're having fun over there. A lot of fun.
And also again, I've been doing a podcast with my boy ID, which he will be on hopefully real soon. We be doing random topics. Check out my boy ID, which also will be in the description below. So definitely check that out. But yeah, man. Anything else you gotta say?
Not much. You covered it all.
All right, man. We will see you later in the next review that we do.
Bye.
Peace out.